and what roles maybe you think are most unsettled?
Yeah, I don't know if there could be any more moving around. I mean, I think we've tried to as much as we can as far as plugging and playing in different spots. So I think we're in a good place that way. Now it's a matter of settling it down, figuring out, what we have, where we need each guy in each spot, the rotation, as we start kind of taking a step back and saying, okay, who are, the quote starters, and then who are the backups and what position they play, what is that rotation? Those are the conversations that we'll start having the next few days, as we kind of start getting into that mock week.
Do you have any sense about whether they might be further ahead from a pass pro or run blocking standpoint, or any other details like that?
Yeah, I'm pleased with where they're at just in general with installation. Obviously the guys that were here in the spring have a little bit of foundation with the scheme, but even new guys like Joey, Tomas, Danny, the new center, he's actually been thrown in there. He's only been here a few days, so to his credit, he's already kind of been thrown in there and getting the reps that he needs. So I'm pleased where they're at. I'm probably more pleased with even the new guys and where they're at just with the limited time they've been here.
Hi, Glenn. Hood Rubino, Devil's Digest. It was challenging enough for the players that were here in the spring to learn a new system, but now you add some players who might end up being key players on the rotation. Obviously, quarterback Emory Lewis, but also wide receivers Charles Hall and Cam Johnson. And it looks like maybe the first week of camp, it looked exactly like that, like late arrivals trying to get used to everything. But it seems like the last couple of sessions, they really turned the corner. What, in your opinion, has been the difference?
I think coming in, they knew that was a situation. I mean, that was the conversation, recruiting them after going through the spring, kind of seeing what we needed, how the roster was set up. That was the anticipation, and that was what was communicated to them. That, like we talked about last time I was here, you guys got to come in here and contribute, even though you've been here a couple of months. So proud of those guys because they've really taken the initiative. Because it's hard to ask, right? They're coming in 2 or 3 weeks to learn a system and get put out there and show what you can do. So compliments to them.
And on the flip side, when you have running backs like X and like Daniel that already been here in the spring, already been through your system, does that really manifest itself the first couple of weeks of preseason camp, that you see them much more comfortable now than they were back in March, April?
I do. Definitely comfort level, and I'd say all positions, obviously, not just running back, the quarterbacks, O-line. There is a comfort level. So, and I would say that comfort level hopefully starting to sink in, even with the new guys at this point, being a couple of weeks in. It's the smoke's kind of settling a little bit, the install's kind of calming down. So hopefully those guys are kind of getting their feet on the ground a little bit, taking a deep breath, and start categorizing really what we're looking for.
Hi, Glenn. Michelle Gardner, Arizona Republic. It seems like the offense has had a great day, especially Wednesday was a great day as far as your quarterbacks throwing the ball, making the catches. Obviously, it's just a comfort level maybe that Emory's getting with the receivers.
Yeah, I think so. I think there were some good things. I mean, obviously, if you go back and look at the tape, the old analogy, it's never as good, never as bad, right? So there were some good things, there were some flashes, but there was plenty of things to improve on, and great coaching points. Same thing today. I thought there was a lot of good things, but there's a lot of things we can take a step back and improve on. Today it was a little more situational, coming out, tight red zone. We got a little 2-minute at the end. So, trying to put a lot at them, create some chaos, create some stress. But yes, I think there's been some positives, but I think there's been enough that we can take a step back and complement the positives, but also improve what we need to improve on.
So the tight end position, you've had Messiah and Green, but he and Conyers seems like they've been kind of getting it going. I know you're playing a lot of 12 personnel looks and whatnot. How is that kind of group kind of rounding into form?
Well, yeah, I think it's been a nice compliment. You throw Bryce in there, Hatch in there, so we have a nice rotation that we can really create a variety of looks in a variety of in similar personnel groupings, but a variety of looks. So I think we're really pleased with the depth that we have there. Whether it be Jalen at the Y or Messiah can come at the Y, in 11 personnel, and then you can have Big Messiah or Jalen. So there's a multitude of personnel groupings. We're asking a lot of them. You start talking about run game, they've got to know all the looks and how to block it. And all of a sudden you pile the pass game on it. So there's a lot of looks. It's always the joke in the coaching world. It's all the same except for the tight ends, right? Because there's always that wrinkle for the tight end. So there's a lot on their plate, but hats off to them. They're really doing a good job and really being conscientious of the details. And I think they're flourishing on that role as far as being an impact on what we're trying to get done.